Hello, welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. Now, in the beginning of this episode, I thought I was going to do this Kerbin Biome SAT, which is our new ScanSat. And I believe last episode I talked about the salute stations, but what I meant was actually the Mun stations, which are a more direct counterpart to the manned orbital laboratory on the US side. Anyway, minor details. However, apparently we totally forgot to launch the Mun Rover. So let's start with that. Tiny cute rocket. Let's see. 84, that's about okay. Let's target Moon. And by the way, we have done a pretty good job by now with cleaning up the debris. There's, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 units left. But we need to launch a new container at least. Otherwise we will not be able to store the parts. So engage autopilot, let's say staging, that's launch, some more, that's the upper stage, fairings. Probably only activate until about there. Or zero inclination, let's go. 1.23 off the pad, that's okay. I haven't launched one of these tiny rockets in a while, actually. Let's see, about a minute runtime on that, and then 1.27, so our 55-degree ascent profile should be okay. And it's doing the slightly wobbly thing again. Yeah, that's a little bit too much power on the winglets here. I should, well, if I remember, I should reduce that, but maybe, let's see. Do we have the settings? Oh, here's setting. Not here, where was it? Attitude adjustment, that's the kind of settings I'm looking for. Let's get this up to 0.5 and that should hopefully calm down the whole thing. It looks like it calmed down quite a bit. Okay, and that's that problem solved. Now let's see. 17 kilometers altitude, that's not a lot so far. The inclination, pretty bad inclination due to all the rolling. We will see whether we can fix any of that. If not, it shouldn't be a big deal. We are going to the moon anyway. Still waiting a little bit with the fairings. Look at the profile. Right down the middle of the path. It's excellent. And let's stitch those fairings at 500 dynamic. Okay. And that's the engine without engine effects. I forgot. Oh well. Never mind. Not a big deal. Stage destroyed. That's the first stage pieces. Okay. Can we auto warp here a little bit? Sorry that it's getting dark, but that will be okay. That was a very funny craft, I guess. This, okay, regular decoupler. Oh, and some of these, okay. Just checking how I actually built this. It's been a while. Yeah, I should really fix this engine. The missing flame effects are, well, super irritating. Your fairings and the stage. Okay, well, that's good enough. Stop all of this. Transfer to the moon. And we need, as always, we need to fix that. Focus on the moon. And totally overshot. Let's try that again. Okay. So, a couple meters less here. A couple seconds earlier. Well, right about there will be okay. Maybe aim for... Let's go a little lower, 26 kilometers, that's okay. And that's in 4 minutes. I hope it's not too dark. I have the lighting settings as always, but it somehow feels darker than otherwise. Yeah, second stage, no deal. This engine still. I should take a note of that, maybe fix this engine. I just hope we have enough Delta V left. That's not looking too great. Let's circularize there for the moment and we will check afterwards how bad it really is. So that's 163 meters, almost all of our remaining liquid fuel. Oh well. Still it should be okay. Good. Let's have this keep going, and in the meantime let's deal with the Biome ScanSat, probably. let's see. Reconditioning, I don't care. Anything else we need to do? Maybe have a quick look at any contracts. Launch the Kerbin Space Station. Not sure whether I mentioned this. I took this contract and I actually built a small station for Kerbin. We'll have a look at it once it's ready. I also took this one, not yet ready to even start this. And that's the one the Mun Rover is going to do. Supply run to Mun Station will happen sooner or later. Okay. Yeah, well. And that's automatically active now. Good. Do we have any more new interesting contracts? Medical, emergency, cover somebody from Mun Station. Technically we should be doing that. Horribly. See, that's Klauser. How long are you over there? So I have actually been there for a while. Day 359, so almost full month already. And actually Klauser is what? Is the engineer over there, so we would need to bring a new engineer to the moon. We could consider that. Yeah, I guess we should do that. Expires, recover. Yeah, let's bring back Klauser and replace him with a new engineer. Here, okay. Anything else we need to do? Collect science from space around to Mun, that's easy. Tourism we are probably not going to do unless... Oh, I don't want to land on the moon. Is there a moon flyby with tourists? Bring 3 tourists to visit the station. So if we were to replace Klauser with somebody else, but that doesn't work because then we need a pilot, right? So. But it doesn't say that we need a pilot here. Here it says pilot, here it doesn't. So we could visit the Mun Station with some tourists and then bring back Klauser for quite a bit of cash actually. That's why I'm even considering it. Yeah, why not? Okay, sorry, I have to take notes. So let's also take this one. And unmanned missions, that's not going to happen right now. We should have taken this one. Because that's just what we are doing right now. Oh well. Okay. So, if we are going to do that, we need one of our solar orbit training rockets, which we have one ready. Excellent, so we could immediately take off actually. But I want to launch this as well. Oh well. Baker, Charlie is ready. Always have Alpha available. How long does it take on Alpha to roll out? 50 minutes, and that's 25 minutes. Yeah, why not? Actually, I also want a new one of that, so let's go here. Mun Rover, part of the Solar Training C version, this one. Get me a new one, thank you. And I have actually figured out what is causing the stuttering, or confirmed it again. It's really the Scrapyard mod, and the version, well, there is a version with a fix for that, but it's for KSP 1.4.1 and above, so, and it really depends on something in 1.4, so I can't install that. Anyway, Solar Training, guess that's another nighttime launch. We have to find a suitable engineer first. So who still needs to go to the moon? Here's an engineer, Tanuli. Have you been on the... Yeah, you have been in orbit around the moon. You're missing Minmos. Shepdan still needs to go to the moon. Well, excellent. We found our candidate. Any other candidates? Maxon would also be a candidate. That's about it. Oh, of course we could also use it. Oh, but Shepdan sounds like a good candidate. Let's check again. Shepdan has been pretty much everywhere except the moon, so perfect candidate to raise him to 3 stars. Launch, clear all. So, where are you here? And there will be 3 tourists at the bottom of the list. That should be the ones, right? So, Helvis, yes. Friendo, yes. Tankard, yes. Good. And anything that goes to solar orbit should have sufficient fuel to go to Mun Station. Mun Station. Minmos would be the same. So, the same again, I guess. I know I always manage to drag out all of these things that I actually wanted to do. And apparently today is no different. Let's see, 1.37, yes. Profile should be okay. Engage autopilot, and that will be staging these, and yeah, that's this engine. So let's go for stage 2 as always. Can I please close that? Thank you. The pilots are engaged, and let's go. This time we will be recovering the first stage solid rocket boosters, since they are relatively expensive with 4 solid rocket boosters on this one. Let's have a look, where is the moon actually? If we are very lucky, we might actually be able to go for a direct launch. Because once we come up over the horizon, look, we are here, and by the time we are at, well, somewhere near orbital speed, we are here, right about where we need to go for the moon. Oh, it will be interesting. Maybe. But first we have to get into orbit. Let's have a look at the profile, slightly above, but still within limits. 5 seconds to SRB shutdown. And good staging. Let's go. Preparing for fairing separation. Fairings are go. Yeah, not seeing the moon yet. First stage recovered, almost 96%. Now, let's see. Open this again. Why? Huh? 8 node. Execute node. Let's go straight. Yeah, that's perfect. Just behind apoapsis, but that's absolutely perfect. In fact, let me quickly fix that. Quickly fix that, please. Because we need to reduce this a little bit, as always. And let's make sure we are not missing the node. Okay. Yeah, 48 kilometers, that's good enough for insertion, and we will take care of the rest later. I don't want to miss the node. Okay. And we will probably go straight for circularization. This should ditch this stage just before going orbital. Or just after going orbital. Yeah, well, no, it was still suborbital. Excellent. And hopefully MacJab accounted for the change in TWR. Let's see. We'll see how it develops. Also, our descending node is pretty much close, very close to our encounter, so that's great. Not a lot of... we're coming in with almost 0.1 degree of inclination, pretty much normal for launching from KSP. Let's see. Yeah, overshot a little bit. Let's correct this. Using a little touch up from RCS. The station is at 48.9, so we want to pretty much to the same spot. Excellent. Now let's plan our circularization at periapsis. Create, delete this one. And we want to make sure to encounter the station. Let me select it, please. Thank you. And now can encounter, so let's not break all the way. Another node here. Pretty good already, 2.9. Well, I guess we will need to fix that. Looks like quite a bit of inclination. Yeah, seriously quite a bit of inclination. Of course we could fix that early, but I don't care. It's a 280 meter burn, excuse me, 218, so that's well within budget. Okay. So, and also let's rename this. This is rename vessel here. Tourist and browser replacements. And of course that's Mun Station tourists. Accept. Delete this one and this one. We want the correct name. Okay. Good enough for me. Okay. Let's see. Now, Kerbin Biome ScanSat reconditioning is 2 hours something. Well, that was a heavy launch then. Walk to completion. I guess we have no choice but to roll it out to alpha. This rollout is only 13 minutes, so yeah, we will use the other pad. 27 minutes on the other pad. Oh well. I really want to launch this ScanSat today. And let me have a look here. I actually want this to be built a little earlier, please, if you would. In station core, well, maybe after the station core. The designed part before that. We will switch it like that. Yep. Good. This is ready to launch. And let's say we will launch to warning. Just save again. So clear. I do not want anybody on this vessel. And we need to go to 750 kilometers. If you haven't watched the last episode, that's where I think I showed the craft. So let's see. Definitely different launch profile. I want to go for about 88 degrees. And why not go for 784? Well, 754. Everything else should be normal. 1.2 of the pads, but we should be able to deal with that. I do want a final flight path angle of, let's say, 10 degrees. And as for staging, that's the fairings. Let's arm until stage 1. Engage autopilot. And let's go. The liquid first stage is going to burn for quite a while. And then there is the liquid second stage. And since we are already at 1.5 T2WR, that's also no concerns anymore at all. Let's have a look at the path. And maybe accelerate a little bit. Oh, heat effects. Since when does that happen? And also we are a little low, maybe, because we need to shed the fairings before, well, just about time for the fairings. Okay. That was, just about on time, I would say. I got a little bit worried about the heat effects. But yeah, here you can see the extended upper stage in operation with one of my preferred engines, the Galaxy VR2. Very solid thrust to weight ratio, and we don't need to be worried about that anymore. Well, let's leave it at that for the moment. We will fix that after the burn is finished. So hopefully we actually have enough fuel. We might not have. Oh. Yep. That's not going to make 750 orbit. So let's disengage autopilot. This will burn up in the atmosphere. Yeah, we would need how much? Another 300 something. We need 400 meters more. And then we still need to deorbit the second stage, so we need at least 600 meters more to be sure safe. Well then, just go straight retrograde and bring this back. How irritating. Okay, yeah, well, sometimes you forget these minor details. Let's go and fix it right away. No, it's no longer happening. Let's see, how do we want to do that? Actually, a simple booster could help because we were running a little short on this one anyway. Yeah, let's try with some boosters, I guess. 600 meters, so how much would 3 of these add? What's that? That's not nothing. Okay, that's not happening. So let's I guess we have to use proper boosters then. Or alternatively work on the upper stage some more. Let's try the upper stage first, but I don't think that's going to work because then the first stage engine is not able to lift it anymore. And getting that much more, we would, let's see, we need to go to 5,100 total. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because now we are separating the whole thing even earlier. So we would be totally within, well below 45 kilometers. Unless we loft really high, in which case we need even more delta V. Let's see. That will be difficult. I don't think I like that. Again. So boosters it is. Let's see. Can we just grab some boosters from somewhere? Huh. Doesn't have boosters, but might have some boosters. Yeah. Let's see. What if we add these? Add 3 of those and ignore the launch clamps for the moment. Oh, this needs to go down here. Now 4,800. That's almost good enough. Still not sufficient to deorbit the upper stage. Oh, we need a lot more. Of course, we could just go with more boosters in true Kerbal fashion. Let's see. Come on. First force the math. Give me 4. And you messed it up again. But yeah, getting closer. Do these actually have... That's these, right? Yeah. I wonder, do they have vectoring? No, they don't. And the VR1 of course has gimbaling, but that would now be the only one. Okay, let's remove these and change clamps, bring them up about there, and do a Delta style 5 SRB thing. Well, not Delta Atlas. See, I'm getting all confused. So 5 SRBs, 4,975 should be barely enough to get all of this into orbit and deorbit the upper stage. Yep. What if we reduce that? Yeah, not happy, okay. I requested to be built already. Nope, okay. Well then, build it, please. once again, Scrapyard being slow, but nothing much we can do about that except completely turn it off, which I don't want to do. So that's another 2 days. Where do I get those 2 days? Put them in before the station core. And like this. Should be okay. Good. Well, at least we can capture the Mun Rover and the Mun Station tourists. Or do we actually? What's the time? Already 40 minutes, I guess. That will happen next time then. Sorry about that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. 2 successful launches, 1 not so successful launch, although in principle it worked, it just didn't have quite enough delta V. And thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one, where we will then definitely capture these 2 Mun missions. Bye bye!